Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an exciting build. It's something that I remembered that I wanted to do while I was playing the other day, and I had no idea where I was going to do it. And then I realised this space right next to the airport is actually perfect. Originally when I built this, I wanted it to feel symmetrical, so I kind of did like an either or bench situation, but it's never been right, and it feels like dead space. So we're building a subway station. At this point, I have absolutely no idea what that's going to look like. I know I saw it, you know, in those, people put video, like a whole video compilation together of different ideas that they've seen. They'll like tour loads of different islands and be like, these were my favorite ideas. I saw it either on one of those or maybe on like a YouTube short years ago. And I loved the idea. But at the time I was building a Christmas island and it didn't make sense to me. And to be fair, it doesn't make a lot of sense in the island that I'm building right now. But the reason I want to do it is because I have so many rooms to fill, which this will all become clear. I know what you're thinking. So a subway is outdoors, but no, not this subway, not this subway. Not the one that I saw that I was like, this is absolutely genius. I have seen other people do them where, and I love this too, where the tube pops out in a different part of the island. That's so clever. And I'm kind of tempted to do that so that you could pop out in one of the two places. But no, we're going to have an indoor actual subway car. So I'm just kind of ad hocing it right now. I'm not following a plan. I remember the general concept, but I'm just going to try and kind of map out a placement of where this possibly could go, and then I'm going to go and get some stairs. I don't know how many stairs we've got on this island actually. I'm hoping we haven't got the maximum number of inclines. I'm not sure. We only have natural ramps. Do you know what? We might have the maximum number of inclines because I didn't want to do a lot of terraforming. So that might be a problem. Let's go see. I wanted to make the island as like close to what it was like originally as possible. So I did mostly bridges and inclines rather than like flattening areas because I wanted it to look very like natural. Ooh, we already have 8 inclines on the island. I don't feel like we could add more. Although, I believe we could add 2 more with the pro license. How has this never come up before? Okay. Let's go and see. I've never had to have the pro license before, and I don't know why. I don't even know what else I can do if I get this pro license. Are there other perks, or is it just bridges and inclines? It's not that one. Construction license, this one. How have I never even heard of this before? I suppose maybe I must never have maxed out my bridges and inclines, or maybe this came with Happy Home Paradise and I did max out my bridges and inclines before and this wasn't an option, so I just assumed it was the same. Is he going to tell me? Oh, now I can install 2 more bridges and inclines, making 10 each. Okay, well that's perfect because I actually need 2 inclines. I'm not 100% sure what style of bridge I want to get. Incline. It needs to be like I want to do obviously subway relevant, but I also want it to feel in keeping with the autumn vibe of the island. So I don't know whether or not I should do the brick because that is like the orangey, you know, the autumnal color vibe, or the metal staircase. I feel like maybe the red metal one is the choice. It's kind of got like an orangey red vibe to it. I mean, I might really regret this, and it is so many bells, but I don't see that there's another option. I can't have the blue. The only other one is maybe the stone, but the stone doesn't really go with the autumnal vibe. Log is all wrong. It has to be like slightly industrial, doesn't it? So I'm going with the red. We'll go and see if it fits in the space. I mean, all of this could be a completely moot point if it doesn't fit where I want it to go. I'll put like a cliff edge here, I think, I think I want it to come this way. And then we're going to have another incline in the other direction, aren't we? To bring us into the subway. How am I going to get out of here? Maybe I need to get a ladder in my pockets. This is not going to work. Also, I need to go and get no, I have no ladder. I need to go and get the tube to see how that fits too. But for now, let's just see how this looks. Like, I don't love the red, but the red I think is the only choice. So I think that's going to look good. But I'm going to go and get the, what is it called? You know, like the Mario tube. I'm going to go and get that from where it is right now. Because we need to make sure that it's going to fit where I've played. Like, there needs to be space is what I'm saying. And you need to be able to use it at the bottom of the incline. But I don't, maybe the incline could be a little bit further back and then it might work better. I don't know. Let's go and get the tube. What is it called? It's not a tube. It's not a tunnel. It's called something. When I pick it up, we'll know. Originally I had them like hidden behind trees at opposite ends of the island. I don't love them, to be quite honest, but they do serve a really good purpose. And this, in my opinion, this is the best way they can possibly be used. You'll see, it will all become clear. But when I saw it used like this, I was like, this person's a genius. I wish I could credit them, but I have absolutely no idea who built that subway. I'll see if I can find it again, and then I'll link it below, because they were, I don't know if it's an original idea to them. I don't know if loads of people have done this. I've just seen it that one time and it really stuck with me. What is it called? Pipe. I knew it wasn't a tube. Right, let's see if this works. If I put it there, let's try the incline marker again and see if we've actually got space for this to be here. This could be a dangerous game, because once you've placed the incline marker, can you move it? Is that a thing? I don't know. Yes. Let's see what this looks like. I think that's enough space. I'm standing between the bottom of the stairs and the tube. Not tube. What is it called? No. Oh, I've nearly got it. I can't remember. It's seriously gone already. What is it called? Oh my God. Is it a T? It's not, is it? A pipe. A pipe. Pied Piper, pipe. We need a device to remember this. Pied Piper. Right, I'm going to go back through the tunnel just to see if it brings us out correctly. Because again, it needs to work both ways. Okay. Oh. Oh no. I wasn't anticipating that. I didn't know it did that. I didn't know it would jump me up. I have no way off this cliff. Okay, I'm going to have to call rescue services. I don't know if I've ever called rescue services before. Oh, that's not true. I did call them on the Mayday Island, but I've never called them while I've been on my actual island before. This is embarrassing. Well, that won't happen because my plan is to get fencing all around the edge. So presumably it will have to pop me out at the same level, but we maybe do need to do some tests before I make final decisions. Oh, this could be a really expensive build that doesn't work. I could do without that. Right, I just paid for it. I've risked it. We've made our choices. I'm hoping it's going to work. I've time traveled to the next day so we can put the second incline up here. I'm not sure where I want the second incline to be. I don't really want it to be like straight up, straight down. I'd like it to be that you come up the incline and then down another, like, do you know, like you go up and left, that kind of thing, or whatever the directions would be. I would rather it be that. Let's see what this looks like. I have a feeling I'm not going to like the look of that at the top. It's going to be, yeah, that's too close to the edge. I would rather have like a space of grass at the top, but then I don't want to eat into this path. I wonder if I can do it the other way around. Shall we just do it? Shall we just do this? Shall we just do straight up, straight down? It wasn't really what I wanted to do, but maybe this is the right move. Yeah, I think it probably is. I think this is... It's going to look smart. I'm probably not going to regret doing that because it's... This is why I didn't terraform too much, because I do tend to like air. I'm gonna need some money to pay off this. I'm gonna need some money to pay for all these inclines. Yeah, I do tend to err on the side of like grids and making things symmetrical and making things like on a grid, which I didn't want to do. So I tried to keep things as close to how the island looked as possible without like flattening things. And that's why I'm like always fighting against straight lines while I'm building, because that is what I want to do. But with that in mind, it kind of did make the most sense, and I know I'm not going to be annoyed by it. Ooh, you see that like thing in the background there? The I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a bus shelter. I wonder if I could use that somehow. I'm going to need seats. Oh, I do think though I might have some public bench seating in like an orange and green that I picked up on a treasure island. We've skipped ahead a little bit. I had to film off camera. No, I didn't. That makes no sense. I had to build a little off camera because it was just nighttime and, you know, adult responsibilities. And so I actually was doing this while I was watching the finale of The White Lotus, if anyone's interested. What a finale. This is what I've ended up with. It's not finished by any means, but this is going to give you like a more full idea here. We've skipped ahead, I know, but you can see how we got here. Also, I can show you a little sneak peek. Also, don't they look great? These look so perfect. I also feel very pleased with myself. The addition of the ABD feels great. And then I'm going to show you where it leads to. Now, what we're going to do next is going to be mostly background stuff. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of change in this area. But I wanted to show you where this goes. I am desperately hunting for train walls for this. Because it leads to a room in my house. And this is going to be a subway car. I think what I'm going to do, get rid of that. I think what I'm going to do is make this smaller with partition walls so it feels a little cozier. So maybe you can only fit these two and the pipe in here. That's kind of my plan. But I really need the train walls. So I've been like on the hunt. I have been skipping ahead and visiting Sahara on a regular basis. No, Flurry. It's not the time right now. I'm literally in the middle of something. Can I go in there right now? Can we leave this way? Oh my God, that is genius. That's... Oh. I can't, because there's someone here. I wish we could turn that off in the game. I never want the villagers to visit me. Not once have I asked for it. Look. She's like, what do you want? Could you please go away? No. Although I think maybe I've still got... Did I just squash the last bug and that's why she came in? Ugh, that is so annoying. Anyway, I actually quite like this as a motif. As a design idea, halving this, I quite like this, but that's not what it's going to be. This is going to be completely closed off. So you won't be able to get to this area, this room, unless you go in the subway station. Now, my other idea is... I may do... Will it let me go through now? Let me try again. I have a feeling it's going to do the same thing again. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Let's just leave through the door. But my other idea is maybe I'll get another pipe and I'll make another subway station somewhere on the island. The thing there is it will... Yes. Bye-bye. It will be totally random as to where it will lead you to. And you might end up going subway station to subway station, or you might go subway station to the subway. You know? I don't know. I may do that because I do like the idea of at some point being able to get the animation that you go up into this, down into the actual subway car, and you come out in a different subway station. I wish you could actually create that as a chain. But I may do it. Where else could I put that on the island? Where else do I have, like... I mean, I have so much space here that I've just filled with mazes and things. I feel like the spring area is really full. I've put in this nice little ski lift situation here. So this is pretty filled out now. But I do have space. I mean, we could do one here. Get rid of this fairy circle. We could do one here. We've got a cafe here. It would make sense to have one near the museum. What I've got here is my rock garden. But we could potentially change that out. I mean, we could have it here. This waterfall could be a subway station. Maybe. Let me know what you think. But we're going to get into some, because I'm still waiting on some items. Still waiting to find some items to finish off the actual subway build. Oh, well, let's go this way. I'm losing my way on my own island. What we're going to do is I'm going to change the backdrop, because this is all very like Gilmore Girls town square, right? Which is the vibe I was going for. But now I've put this in, I feel like the backdrop doesn't make any sense. What we see in the back of this now should be more city core, you know? Like from here, we shouldn't be seeing what looks like a little village or a little town. This should be like buildings. So with that in mind, I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of all of this. I need to redo this house to make it more city, but I'm going to block this part off. So we'll have this path and we'll block it off here. And then all this part will be city. So that will be where we separate the city from the town. So you've got an option when you come in from the airport, you go right into the city part, left into the town part. That's the plan. So I feel like this is going to be quite substantial. Let's do some, I'm going to do some speed build for you so you don't have to sit through all of this. I didn't make any solid decisions in this portion. So if you want to skip ahead 5 minutes, you're not going to miss a tremendous amount. However, in this 5 minutes, I feel like I tried every single possibility in terms of different combinations of items and terraforming to make things that look like buildings. I'm basically just like throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. We haven't done any customization or actual like really making this work, but I'm just trying to layer as many things as possible. So yeah, enjoy that. And if not, skip ahead a little and we're gonna customize the house. I think that that's probably the next thing we should do before we start making any permanent decisions. We've popped in as autumn specifically so we can... Ooh, have we got any money? Have we got any money is the question. Oh, we have. That's fine. Because we need to go and change our house. I thought, let's just get... Oh God, that bunny's there. Let's just get a good look at the space. Remember what this space looks like because we're going to customize Autumn's house. And Autumn's house is kind of like a record. I'm going to say it's like a recording studio. Originally, it was going to be like a record store. But I think we could make it like a recording studio, radio station, something a bit more city core. And it has to go with, like, this is the background. It has to feel a little bit city, but it also has to gel with this. Like, when we first walk in, we've got kind of like, I mean, this could be a city, the whole thing with the fountains, but we have to make this very front entrance feel like you could go in the city or like down into the town. So, you know, it's not much to ask to be everything to everyone. Oh, can we customize this house? Do you know what? I'm not sure if maybe we need to expand the house more. I have a feeling we're not going to get that many options to customize. I wasn't really thinking. No. Ugh. Okay, fine. I think I need a lot more money if I'm going to pay off my home loan. Let's see. I think we're in the millions, but move around to the right part of the ABD. First things first. Okay, well, I'm a way off. Even collectively, I've just spent like 500,000 bells on staircases. So I'm a way off even collecting all the money I've got from everyone on the island. I still don't think I can do that. That's so annoying because that was really going to help to shape the whole vibe. Not right now. It's not a good time. Okay, let's see if I can do custom designs. Can we do that? Oh, you know what? I don't know why I thought this, but I thought all of my profiles were going to have their own custom design. Like, I thought it was going to have loads more options for this. That is also frustrating, especially because I'm doing like each individual thing. Well, all of these can go because I'm barely using them. So let's make one of these. I'm going to... Ooh, oh, change design. Here we go. I'm going to make something that looks like, you know, like a city building. That's my plan. I'm going to do something that I can put on all of those simple panels that could just be repeated. I might need two just to change it up, but something that, I suppose, do we want it to look nighttime? I don't know. I decided on a colour palette that kind of felt, I'm going to say subdued. Something that's kind of somewhere between, like let's say dusk. And I did two different options so that it doesn't just feel like exactly the same. Whether or not I like mix and match them or like put them just next to each other, I don't know. We'll see as and when I mix it up a little bit. But I'm pretty pleased with them. We'll see when they're actually on the boards. And then I tried to make a record sign for the recording studio. And no matter what I did, it looked like a nipple. I tried different colours. I think I might just give this up as a bad job and write music or something, because honestly, it's all I can see. Tell me this doesn't just look like some kind of strange nipple to you as well. I have several more hours in this game at this point. It's going to become apparent when you see this. Hours and hours of tweaking to create this kind of city skyline behind. I'm so glad I didn't do it on camera because I couldn't have sat in this chair for as long as this took me. What do you think? I used some sideways display cases, obviously 1,000 simple panels. I really want to change this sign. This doesn't feel right at all now. It needs to be something. I might do like the brown and cream, the same as the colours behind us. I need some other like knickknacks in the front section, but I'm not sure what they're going to be yet. Maybe some like floor lights. Actually, thinking about it, I wonder if I could do floor lights behind the gates. You know, like bring these forward a little bit to add a little bit of something behind. Maybe. I'm going to wrap this up shortly, so answers on a postcard, please, because there's going to be time for you to help me out with this. Oh, I don't love the collar of this, but it's the best one for the job. I also put that here. Oh, can I turn it on? Is it already on? Oh yeah, it is already on. Which I feel like has also got like a kind of city vibe to it, right? Actually, maybe I could. I mean, the idea of having to take it apart and do it now, but I could put something on top of the display case, maybe. I wonder if I could put a sign up there, like billboard type stuff. We're gonna see. Like that. That's gonna need so much determination to do that. Anyway, I love that now. I'm like blocking out the town behind pretty well. So now really all I need to do is earn a million bells to pay off this house enough to customize it how I want, and also customize Weber's house. Now Weber was going to be a fisherman, and he's got like, because he's the little duck guy, he's got his little pond which I've left him even though I have reduced the size. I don't know now. I mean, he could still be a fisherman. He could. I could still give him. I've kind of taken all of his yard space to do this. So I think instead I like the colours of this, but I might change the exterior of his home to be a bit more city, and then the interior can still be fisherman based. And we might do like a little fishing build. I've got lots of like, it's not empty space, but I'm not doing anything with all this. So maybe I'll make like a little peninsula for him to do his fishing on off his house. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. I'm still yet to find the train walls. If anyone watching has the train walls or access to the train walls, please let me know, because it will completely finish off the illusion for me. I don't feel like there's much point in doing anything else in the actual train car bit until I've got that, because that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. Whether or not I decide to do another subway stop near the museum, time will tell, but I thought I would come back and give you an update on what it's looking like so far. I'm really enjoying these filler builds in areas that I honestly didn't think I was going to do anything. I thought I was pretty much done with the entrance, and now it's gone in a totally different direction. So now I'm kind of open to changing this. I did like the idea of having like a psychic, but now I think maybe the psychic should be on the beach where I've made the seaside, because this whole area to the left or the right, depending on where you are on the island, to the right. Is it the right? I mean, it's the left as we're walking, but I don't know. This whole area I've made into kind of like a seaside situation. And there's always a psychic at the seaside, which is why I put the psychic on the beach. But I think maybe this part is the campsite. So this is separate. And then we've got like the seaside part, which is classic seaside. And then we go on to like beach sports. What do we think? Should I do the psychic somewhere on this beach? Leave it where it is. I mean, maybe leave where it is because that's the autumn part of the island. But what else do I add in that area? That's the question. Ooh. Must remember all the dig spots now because I need those bells. Thanks for watching. Thanks in advance for any tips and advice. And I will see you guys in the next one.